Short and Simple Online Tutorials. Today we're going to be talking about Step 2 of the Design Center, more specifically the Art Library. We've actually spent tons of time uploading over 10,000 different art images into this library, and we're going to be constantly adding more. So check back frequently and let us know if there's anything you'd like by way of category, and we will work on getting that in there for you. To start off, we're going to go to the new products. We're just going to pick a product here. Let's design on this one. We'll choose a color, which will open up Step 2, the design. And to add art, we just click this button here. And once we're inside the art library, you'll notice that there's two different ways to browse for artwork. We can search for it, and keep in mind that searching for it only searches by artwork name, so it's not as comprehensive as searching by category. But let's say we wanted to find a dog, and you notice now lots of different images of dogs show up. We can mouse over these images to get a larger preview, and then we can also change pages. It looks like there's 5 pages of dogs, and they will we can do that by using these buttons down here. And we can also search by category. I'm actually going to be creating a soccer shirt, so let's go to sports, and we'll choose the subcategory soccer, and we see some soccer images here. I'm going to select this one. You notice now it's on my shirt in the design canvas. I've also got a layer over here that has the name of that image. Now if I click on this, you'll notice a blue boundary box shows up, as well as over here in the properties panel we've got the art layer, and then the type of artwork, and then some controls. First, let me talk to you about the controls that are inside the canvas here. You'll notice that there's these little handles around the sides and corners of the image, and when you mouse over these, you see some different the cursor changes to the different tool types. We can rotate, we can resize, and we even get more options if we go over here and uncheck the width and height lock for sizing. Then we can take the side handles and we can flip the artwork. We can squeeze and stretch it. We really have unlimited customizable potential with these artwork, with these images, using these tools here. We can also use the slider here to rotate it. We can use these arrow keys. We can use the arrow keys on our keyboard, or we can use this box here, just write a number in. We can also use these sizing sliders, and by the same token, if you click on one of these arrows and then use your keyboard arrows, you can go left and right and resize it that way. We can lock it again and resize it like that as well, and really a lot of control here. Another cool thing is that we can change the color of this. So let's say we wanted it to match the navy sleeves and collars of the product. We can scroll down to navy this way using the slider, or we can just click on, we can just type N and navy will be pulled up. So there we go, we've got a nice navy image here. This shirt's looking good. Let's add another piece of art. And this time I want to show you that some of the artwork actually has text in it. So here I went to titles. I'll go to the first subcategory, second page. This is the one I'm looking for. You'll notice if sometimes if the preview doesn't show up right away, it's just because the page is loading. So just be patient with it. If you click there, you'll notice that it put the second clip art image on top of the first one. We see the other layer here, and if we move this and resize it here, obviously black on navy is pretty hard to read. So I'm going to change the color of this image to a lighter color. That looks good, and we can fit it right in there. If we want a little bit of a closer view, we can zoom in here, and you'll notice that since now that we have 2 different colors of ink on our design, the extras went up by $1. We're in the Iowa City location here, and the cost of adding a second color of ink to the Iowa City location, to a screen in the Iowa City location rather, is $1. There is a little bit of a way that we can get around this cost if we want. we know that the product is a baby blue and with navy sleeves and cuff. If we change this image to baby blue, so I'm going to just type B for baby blue, there we go. When this prints now, it's only going to be one color of ink, navy. And this is actually going to act as kind of like a cutout, this second image layer here. Now this is one benefit to watching this tutorial, is you might save yourself a little bit of money here. The Design Center isn't smart enough to know that this is actually only one color of ink. It still thinks it's got two different unique colors of ink, navy and baby blue. So what we'll do is when you are in step 3, the confirm instant quote, when you're checking out of the Design Center, if you're going to place an order, you can just lower the cost of your shirt by $1 or by one ink color, because you know that there's only actually one color of ink on this front screen. More information of that is available in the confirm instant quote tutorial. But and there's also some literature, some text content about that in step 3, actually in the confirm instant quote step. So just a little tip in case you get into this situation. And notice that there's 2 layers here, and this is covered in the layers tutorial, but we can change the layers. So now obviously, since the boom layer is underneath the player layer, we can't see it. So we'll just select this again and move it back up to the front. There we go. We can also, this is pretty cool, another little tip here. Let's say we wanted to resize both of these. You can click one and hold down Shift and then click the other one, and this will resize both of them together. See that? And you can also rotate both of them together. So that's kind of a nice little technique there. And now we'll go to the back, and let's add another piece of art. And I just wanted to show you really fast that sometimes the artwork can act as kind of like a frame. So this is one example of that. Here we've got a frame. And let's say we want to put a list of the names of everybody on the team on the back of the shirt. So we could do that here. Let's change the color maybe to navy. And there we go, a nice navy frame. And then we could just instruct the art team using the attach notes feature to list the people that were on the team. Or we could upload our own text and put it on ourselves. One thing to keep in mind though is that there is a design area that we can only print in for each product, and it's different for each screen of each product, so you can toggle that on and off. Right now it looks like I might be right on the edge of the design area, so I'm going to just bring this down a little bit and make sure I'm right within this red box. I can toggle that back on. I can check for the front, but I look like I'm pretty well inside the design area there. So there's my product, and I really encourage you to just spend some time browsing around in this art library. There's so many different pieces of art. There's stamps, there's shapes, there's signs, there's cartoons, there's tons of stuff, and we're going to be adding more, like I said. So we hope that customizing your product within the Design Center using the art library is easy and fun. And that concludes this tutorial. Thanks so much for listening.